Alright, now we're live. I made a Wood Elf Beast Lord. Somebody wanted me to play a class that I've never played before. Never really gave the Beast Lord an honest chance. And then I found out that Wood Elves can be Beast Lords, so I figured why the heck not. But it turns out that Wood Elves don't. Part of the challenge was to start in the original starting city, which would have been Kelethin for a Wood Elf. There is no starting quest for a Beast Lord in Kelethin because they were made too late into the game. For them to implement like the armor quests and whatnot that you used to be able to do in your starting town. So I'm stuck doing the Crescent Reach stuff again. But we're going to do it. It's really choppy tonight for some reason. The zone always is though. There's a lot going on in here. A lot of NPCs moving around, walking around. Oh shoot, I forgot to get the quest from the very first guy. Off to a great start. I don't know all that much about Beast Lords. I know they're a pet class, and I know they're a hybrid class of Monk and Shaman. That's about it. That means a lot of buffs. And I kind of have the impression that, just from the little bit that I've read, that they depend on their pets for the DPS, and then they just support their pets. So that should be interesting. I'm skipping the. Normally, I'll do the Mines of Glooming Deep when I start a new character, just because it's a great way to get a whole bunch of bags and starter food, so you don't have to spend time and money going out and buying food. You just swing by the bank and grab some out of the bank, and the backpacks, of course. But to stay true to form, I figured I'd stay as close to the original deal as possible and just start in Crescent Reach. I did cheat a little bit. Sorry, I'm too old to do all this. I had a trade satchel in the guild bank, so I just grabbed that just for extra storage space, and a fairly crappy weapon that was in the guild bank. Jesus, the lag. It's really choppy tonight. Why is it so bad? This is bizarre. It's never this bad. Alright. Just seem to be in that doorway. No. It'll smooth out once we get away from all these guys. So many condensed people on one spot, and they're all twitching and moving and generating stuff. Where is the Beast Lord? There he is. Gotta give this guy the note. And this is why people start in Mines of Glooming Deep. Let's see what we got available over here. First home at level 51, so we don't have to worry about that for a while. That's good. Beast Lord spells. What would be with the Shaman spells? Shaman and Beast Lord. Oh, Mercenary. Let's get one of those. We have no money yet, so we're just going to stick with the tier 1. We actually have an option with the Beast Lord because they will eventually have healing. I'm going to do healing right now, just until I get my own healing spells and whatnot. And then I'll swap it out for like a tank or a DPS, see what happens. I think I can let my pet tank and then have another DPS merc, which would be really freaking amazing if I can pull it off. Yeah. God, can't wait to get out of this tent. Now where's the spells? Well, it doesn't matter, I don't have any money. Let's go make some money. I mean, I could cheat. I could get some out of the shared bank slot, but this feels dirty. Where are the beast shaman spells? There we are. Duh, I'm standing right next to it. Inner fire, level 1. Oh no, level 7. Beast, level 6. And that just goes up from there. Oh, level 4. 13. 3. Beast 1. That's okay, I don't even have enough money to buy it. So, let's go do something. Initiate Dakin. Crescent Reach. And that's the guy that gets the ball rolling. Gives you your first series of quests, and then you just move on from there. There are a lot of quests in Crescent Reach. You just don't get all the gear that like you do in Glooming Gate. The armor. The weapons still suck. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And that would be Dakin right there. Picking up the quest that he has available. And then what's the other one? It. Okay, first 3 quests. Level 1. No XP yet. Well, very little. Very little. Just looking for any other level 1 quests. I think there's one upstairs. Take something to the council chamber. Oops. Let me go back down, because this will lead me to that. Sorry, it's been a while. That would be the bank. God, it's so laggy. Introduce ourselves to this guy. Then he sends us up to the council chambers. Drop off the letter. And, oh, we got 3 gold. Cool, so we can buy spells. Now we gotta go upstairs. What I think I might do once I get out there and start killing stuff is find something that drops, fairly valuable loot, and just farm it for a little while just to make some starting cash. See? Disgruntled Boab. Level 1. He wants me to murder somebody in the council. And there's that. Gotta go look at the charter. There's quite a few quests that don't involve any combat at all. Give her the poison drink. She says, "Haha, I knew it was poisoned. You can't trick me." And yeah. Ooh, our first piece of armor. And then I have to take this back to the guy who just tried to kill her and poison him. It doesn't kill him, it just teaches him a lesson. Ding. Level 2. haven't swung my fist once yet. What was that? 519. Oh, it's a shield. Uh, 624. 518. I might go for that one. Two-hand blunt. Interesting. No, I think I'm going to stay with number 3. And get an Ulok. Using a polished steel Ulok, but it's kind of slow. Not doing a lot of damage now anyhow, so... Oh shit, I can't even use these till level 5. Let's put that back. Just put that aside for now, then we'll get to them later. 324. That's painful. Okay, we did that. Now we have to speak with Librarian Hemfar. Ooh, we got our first platinum piece already. We're rich. So much easier now. God, my first character, I don't think he ever saw a platinum piece. I got excited when I got my first gold from selling like rat whiskers. I'm gonna go pick up whatever spells I can right now. Just get it out of the way. Level on my 2, going on 3. I think there's only 1 or 2. This class doesn't really pick up until they get their pet. I think you have to spend like the first 10 levels with no pet or something like that. Berserker, Beast Lord. Let's check, see when skills come available. Level 5 dodge, double attack, dual wield. I don't know when to summon familiar. Oh, it's a spell. It's a spell. Well, let's check over here. There's a Spirit of Shalik. That's Beast 8. Yeah, so level 8 you get your first pet. Then level 9 you get your first pet heal. God, don't get so until level 24. That's brutal. I'm just seeing which ones I can get now. There's not many, it's just a few, but I'm going to get like level 1 to 4 spells. Just so I have them available. So when it's time I can just learn them without having to run back and forth. 17, 20. Oh, they get some food and drink. I did not know that. Sense animals. You know what, I'm gonna buy it, but it's a stupid spell. It's just my level 1 heal. It's just a really crappy little heal. Flashlight, 5. Now we'll go up to 4. Beast 3. Beast 4. Alright. Where is my spell bar? Oh, there it is. Sorry, getting everything all set up. Beast 3, Beast 4. Okay, we're done. Put those in the bag. Gotta get rid of those too. Excuse me. And let's get out of here. Dry throat. From what I gathered, they get a tree ant as a familiar friend pet. That's why I chose Wood Elf. Ixar get like a dinosaur, and like trolls get like an alligator, I think. Ogres get a bear. Yeah, Beast Lord. Sorry, I'm dying here. I tried to do that thing that you were talking about, and I realized I'd never played a Beast Lord before. So I made a Wood Elf Beast Lord, but Wood Elf Beast Lords didn't come out until way after all the starting quests in the beginning towns did. So there's no Beast Lord armor quest, for example, because it just happened too late in the game and just wasn't feasible to go back and put it all into place. So you have to start at Crescent Reach on a Wood Elf Beast Lord. Well, you don't have to, but you're not going to get any useful quests in Kelethin, which is kind of, excuse me, disappointing. But I'm really tempted to go over to Kelethin and just do some quests eventually, just because I forgot how much fun that zone can be. There it is. Did you catch all that? I always feel like I should read the books. I mean, they actually put them in the game, so. There's a quest where you got to do this. I forget what it is. Oh, well, I'm just goofing around right now. Sorry. I get distracted. What are we doing? Oh, that's it. And then we gotta start bringing him the lore items. I think that's all the level 1 quests right now. Yeah, so let's go kill some spiders and snakes. And not a song. Something about spiders and snakes, I don't know. So we need, it's really choppy tonight, I don't know what's going on. Maybe their servers are getting ready to crash. 4 diseased spiderlings. I don't think I've ever killed these before and gotten XP for it. This might take a while. Do not use advanced moving. Go away. Doing fine work. Keep it up. Okay, we need 3 more of those. I think it just might be my mouse sensitivity is too high. do some of these starter quests and get some of the beginning gear, and then I'll work my way over to Kelethin and start ripping out some of those quests. You'll get armor as you go. Mobs drop the Defiant armor. So I ran over to find the Beastlord Guildmaster, and there is none in Kelethin. So I had to run all the way back to the Plane of Knowledge, and while I was there, I got the guy put in the guild, and yeah, got him the backpack. Because I hate running out of storage space. I don't need any of those eggs, do I? No. Whoa, he died quick. Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun falling out of that city. You think you're over top of the ramp and you completely misjudge it. Five. I need 5. Eating a piece of candy, one sec. What do I need? One more of those. Yeah. Wardens in this zone are brutal. They do not play. The guards. Need one more snake. And then well, I'll go get the mushrooms and get the snakes on the way back. There you go. Efficient use of your time. Oh wait, I don't need mushrooms. I need just to loot the mushrooms from these things. That's what it is. Honestly, I've never really played in Kelethin too much. I was always a Freeport kind of guy, or Butcher Block. And that's that. Now we should have a snake available when we get back over. Or not. Where are all the snakes? Ah, there's one. Alright, that's our first 3 quests done. Starting to feel pretty epic. This is exactly how Frodo started. So we hail him. Then we get a stupid potion. And then we give him the snake sacks. Get another stupid potion. And then, what was the other one? Mushrooms. And we got another stupid potion. Yes, yes he did. Little known fact. Cimmerian touched on it briefly, but yeah. And he spent his early days collecting snake eggs and mushrooms. It was practice for, you know, dropping the ring into the volcano. I gotta turn another light on. Hold on, I didn't realize it was so dark. The plucking of the mushrooms works the finger muscles so that when you go to drop, your drop is accurate and sure and true. I believe so, yeah. You know, just going from memory. Sam was the real hero. Frodo was a patsy. Shit, we came back outside of town and forgot to pick up any new quests. We're gonna have to repeat those just to get some more XP. I think there's, oh yeah, there's the, never mind, the Lover's quest up on the first floor too. Can't forget that one. That's an achievement. 100 grand. I had a hankering. A hankering. What was I doing? I came up here for something. It's hydraulic. That's what it is. The big post in the rock is a valve. Fills up with water and raises it, and then when you push it the other way, all the water drains out. There, I explained it. Where is the, oh, over here. No. Where the heck is it? There's a quest where you take this, oh, it's in the, I think it's down in the inn. It's disgusting eating in front of people. What you got over here? 5 to 10. Oh, and then there's the fighting room. There's always a trade skill quest too, but I can't stand doing the trade skill quest. You can effectively get every one of your trade skills up to level 25 in this zone. Not much, but it gets it going, so that you're not stuck doing the same crappy low-level trade skill stuff anymore. Sharpening swords and that kind of thing. Ah, this is what I was looking for. This guy wants you to beat up training dummies? Yo. Or is it this guy? Destroy 10 training dummies. I'm always afraid I'm going to attack one of the students. I don't even think he can, but I'm always afraid that's what's going to happen. And I'm just going to get mugged by every single person in the zone for doing so. Because for some reason when you beat up the training dummies, your melee attack doesn't turn off. Normally it turns off after you kill the bad guy, and you have to re-engage it. But when you kill these training dummies, it doesn't. So if you accidentally target one of the recruits, I'm wondering if it's going to like attack the guy and then get me killed. He has swords, I don't. But again, this is exactly how Frodo started. Yeah, I don't think you can attack him, but I'll try it. Nope, won't let me attack him. Now we know. It's a very boring class to play until you get like a pet or something. Because you really don't do anything. You're just punching things. That's it. Just complete. No big reward. Yeah, yeah. The Wood Elves were added after the fact. They introduced Beast Lords and the races that would have them, and then for some reason they later on decided to add Wood Elves to that list. Hold on a second. Can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Which is why there's no Beast Lord quests for Wood Elves in Kelethin, because they were added so much later. But they get a tree ant for pet. So I'm going to be walking around with ants. See, another Frodo, Lord of the Rings reference. It all comes back to Tolkien. Alright, now what am I doing? Gotta go to the jewelry shop. So I'm trying to get up to level 8 so I can get my pet, just to see what it looks like. Ah. Then we gotta take that to the Herald, and he's in the, God, there's so many freaking people in this town. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Now I'm going to be using a shrub to kill shrubs. Yeah, I suppose. Then we have to give this to Moswen. Who the heck is Moswen? Baker's assistant. That's still upstairs. Pretty sure one of them you have to go downstairs. Like the last one. You have to go downstairs to the end, then you have to come all the way back up again. Baker. Where the heck's she at? Oh, yeah. This is the one where we have to go downstairs. I kind of wish I made my halfling ranger a wood elf instead of a halfling. Too late now, of course. Yeah, that's where I want to go. What the hell? Let me check my mouse settings. And we're looking for somebody here. Is it you? Nope. Is it you? Nope. This is the door you can practice your lockpicking on if you're a rogue. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's right. It said she was on the second floor. There she is, hiding behind the door. She's shy. But she's not in love with him. She's in love with somebody else. It's kind of a sad story because nobody loves anybody else. Everybody's in love with the wrong person. So everybody ends up alone. Pretty sure there's a suicide involved somewhere. Tragic. um, place where the guys are fighting. That's where I need to go. Never remember where it's at. I hear the beast stirring. No, just settling in. Then we got to give him some cake. That's a pretty tasty looking cake, though. I don't know. If somebody gave me a piece of cake like that, I'd consider my options. Well, check that out. I never noticed this before. Owner of the Dark and Age Shay. Wait, what happens if I have him targeted and say that? Nothing. Just made a new Beast Lord. Never really played the class before. Checking it out. Wood Elf. Because why not? Trees are cool. Alright, what are we doing? We gotta go back downstairs, redo those quests from, whatchamacallit. We gotta get up to level 5. What are we doing tonight, Brain? Those are some pretty twisted cartoons, like the Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain and whatnot. A lot of the references, that obviously most kids wouldn't understand. Yeah, we're really pushing the line. Look it up sometime. Okay, we got those 3. Those are the only 3 I qualify for right now. Because I'm a noob. There are a lot of people in this zone tonight. Oh wait, I don't want that. Man. That was a good candy bar. Kind of wish there was more of it. That's a pretty nice little chunk of XP killing one of them. We need those, and we need the snakes, and we need the mushrooms, and let me check something real quick. What's the name of the guy we've been playing? Langador. Langador. That's it. Nope, that didn't do what I expected it to do. That's disappointing. Alright, well, so much for that. I was seeing if it would copy over the loot macro, because I forget what it is already. Somebody walked me through it and I kept getting it wrong. Kept putting everything in the wrong order. It was embarrassing. My guy's just killing everything. He's not playing. Oh, nice. Yeah, gnomes are fun. A lot of people really rag on the gnomes, but I like gnomes. And they get the tinker skill. Although I think anybody can get it now. But it used to be just a gnome thing. Well, that does me no good at all. Don't listen to him, his medication is worn off. Just doing some organizing, sorry about that. I'll be done here in just a second. Okay, we're good. Okay, we need one more snake. And the mushrooms. Let's go get our mushrooms. There's one, or two. What'd you do last night, Billy? Oh, I watched some guy pick mushrooms on the internet. Now we need one more snake. Ding. Go away. Then we give him 5 of these. And we give him 5 of these. And that's that. Increase your hit points 38 and your armor by 10. And restores 2 mana. Oh god, forever. Since probably 2001, I think. Whenever Kunark came out. It was shortly after that is when I started playing. Off and on, over the years, off and on. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I should be doing something. I'm so confused. What level are we? We got a new spell. That's level 4 and level 3. Yes, we can endure cold now. Cold is no longer an issue. Let's buff. Ready for a snowball fight. What am I doing? Somebody's got to have more quests for me. I'm tired of killing spiders and snakes. Because that ain't what it takes. Oh, you have no idea. Go on to Alakazam and just start poking around. You'll be there for weeks trying to read all the stuff. It is ridiculous how much stuff is in this game. crazy ridiculous. Not just all the stuff, the individual unique items. It's ridiculous. Why does this guy keep? I mean, honestly, there's not enough time to learn it all. There's just not for one person, I don't think. Way too much stuff, especially now. Somebody give me something to do. I don't want to bake bread. I don't want to brew anything. I don't want to forge anything. I want to kill something. Give me something to kill. Not that there's a problem with forging and brewing and, you know, baking. Just not what I want to do with my time. I know I have to have missed some quests somewhere. Ray did yours. Come on, people. You're letting me down. Already did those. The guy on the third floor is not till level 10. Nothing really opens up until level 5. Most disappointing. Oh shit, we're an hour in already. Or, excuse my French, oh poop. You don't have anything for me, I'm too low level. Hey, what do you got going on back here? Nothing. Should I just take caps lock? Yeah. Oh, he sucks when he accidentally hit the caps lock key. Then he starts shouting at everybody and they're saying, dude, what's wrong? Why are you so angry? I'm not. Caps lock. He didn't give me a, oh, never mind. He said he doesn't have anything for a noob like me. Could have been more polite about it, but that's alright. I understand. Busy man doesn't have time to play with children. Well, I guess we're stuck killing spiders and snakes until I gain a couple more levels. So let's get to it. Guard Captain Minka. Oh, that was the Love is in the Air. Initiate Dakin. That was Hempcar. Yeah. See, we nothing till level 5. So we'll just keep talking to dude here. Where's he at? Dakin. Where the heck's Dakin? Why does he keep moving? Hail. Alright, yes, more spiders, more snakes, more mushrooms. I don't know, dude. Honestly, depending on how long you've been gaming and what kind of games you've been involved in, you're looking at a brutal, brutal grind. If you go to like P99, for example, or a progression server, um, you're talking old school, standing in a field with a rusty dagger for 3 weeks to get to level 4. Um, it's brutal. It really is. It was fun back in the day, but that's all we had. Uh, Nowadays, it doesn't hold up now because people just don't have the time for that. People won't take the time because you can go play another game and level twice as fast. You know, like World of Warcraft, you can level like crazy in that game with better graphics and all that. Um, it's a slow pace. Um, you're lucky if you get a good piece of gear. You're lucky if you get gear with stats on it. Like this belt's got I got this at like level 2 on the regular EverQuest server. Um, Belt with these stats on it on like a classic server, for example, you'd be like level 30 or 40 before you saw something this nice. Um, so you know the mobs are much harder to kill because your stats are much lower. Takes a lot longer. You really need to group. Um, if that sounds like a good time to you, yeah, then you'll have a blast on it. But yeah, there you go. I can't do it anymore. I just don't have the time to do it anymore. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not trying to speak ill of it. It's just be warned that that's what you're getting into. It is a long, slow grind. My first character was a Blood Elf Rogue on a race war server, a PvP server. Um, After like 6 months, I was level 9, I think. Never left Nicholas Forest, not one time. Um, so there you go. But that was in Cunard. Somebody just offered me buffs. That's very generous. If you want to try some of the private server stuff and you're not ready to quite jump into it that deep, try some of the other ones like uh, Hidden Forest. You get a good taste of the old game without all the grindiness. It's a custom-made server. I mean, it's an incredibly custom server. Some of the old zones are in there, but they're all heavily modified. The mobs inside the zones are modified. Um, but it's designed to just grind through. And there's a couple other ones you can check on the server list. Oh, on the official P99 server list. Um, and they all have full blessing of Daybreak, so you're not like breaking any rules by playing on them. Daybreak gave them full go ahead, as long as they don't do anything with modern content. That's cool. Somebody invited me to a group. Um, if you just want to play EverQuest, you want to get a taste of what it used to be like. I don't even know if you're still here, but if you are, Try it on just the regular retail servers. It's not quite as grindy as it used to be, but it's still grindy compared to a lot of the newer games. You get a good feel for it, but you don't get aggravated by it. You know, like on the old servers, when you died, everything you had in your possession stays on your corpse. You have to run back to your corpse naked. You lose experience, much more experience than you do now. You still lose experience when you die, but the penalties aren't nearly as bad now as they used to be, and it's much easier to get it back now. Things, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to go catch a quick smoke. Sorry about the break, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's go kill stuff. Did we get our quest? Yes, we did. We're gonna go kill stuff. We're gonna kill stuff until we're level 5. Knock our quests out first real quick. Cat's skitzing out. Got the headphones. Or earphones, or whatever the hell they're called. Can't see worth a damn, and they've got a tiny little L and R on the headset. Or the things, the buds. So I'm sitting here trying to read the tiny little letter R. God. I need to smoke more, I think. Ooh, first augmentation. Can't use it till you're level 20. Only the diseased ones count. So we had this enjoyable evening planned of sitting down, watching a movie, and just chilling, not doing anything in particular, just enjoying a nice quiet evening. Doesn't happen very often. And she blew up the air mattress so we could just like camp out on the living room floor, and baby was of course bouncing around. Can't get a 1-year-old to watch a movie. And made some popcorn. Well, the baby had some popcorn and decided to just start spitting it out. So all over this air mattress there's drool encrusted popcorn. And the missus gets out a Kit Kat and breaks a little piece off for the baby, you know, a little snack. And she chews it up and then just lets it out of her mouth. So here's this semi-masticated wafer with saliva-infused chocolate smeared all over the place. It was horrible. So we had to clean up all that mess. Then we got settled back in, and then her dad knocks on the door. It just ended up being a whole nightmare of an evening because, you know, he lingered. Never did finish the movie. We kill a bear. I don't even know why these bears are here. Alright, I don't want to kill the bear anymore, it's taking too long. What was the other thing? The mushrooms. We have to give them the mushrooms. Ooh, he's red. Mushrooms, mushrooms. And 2 more. You're supposed to get 5 of those, but all the mushrooms drop 2, so you always end up with 1 extra that you have to destroy afterwards. Uh-oh, my mark's out of mana. No new abilities. They don't get a lot of abilities. They just get spells. Man, can't do anything until level 5. That's discrimination. That's what that is. I don't want to kill the snakes. Still need 1 diseased spiderling. Don't let me forget. There's supposed to be a hybrid of the monk. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? How's tricks? I've been encouraged to broaden my horizons, so I made a Beast Lord. It's a compromise, somewhere between a melee class and a caster class. So typically I only play the melee classes. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. When I was a kid, tricks were just these little... Yeah, when Beast Lords first came out, Wood Elves weren't an option. They weren't one of the available class or races to play Beast Lord. They added that later. And as a consequence, you can't go back and like go to your starter town, Kelethin, and do the Beast Lord newbie armor quests, because they don't exist. They came out after those quests were initiated, and they deemed it too much work to go back and put in a new series of quests for the Beast Lord for one class race combination. So they never did, because everybody was level in Crescent Reach by the time these guys gained the ability to become Beast Lords. Yeah. So I was forced. The part of the broadening of my horizons thing was Boar said make a class and or make a new character and start him out in the original starting town, doing this original starter quests, all that stuff. But can't do it with the Wood Elf Beast Lord, unfortunately. Oh, that laugh. I love the undead laugh in this game. Ding! Level 4. How long do you think it'll take me to get to level 5? Oh, I can get more character slots. Don't worry about that. Can always buy another character slot. I got a bunch of legacy points saved up that I can use to purchase additional character slots. So I won't run out of those for a while. I got what, 3 more I can get on this account, and then 2 more or 3 more on another account I can still get. You're not off the hook yet. But don't play because I'm playing. Play because you want to play. Because you know you do. What the heck is my mercenary doing? Thank you. Did you forget what your job is? Woot! Healed myself for 7 points. I honestly think I could heal faster simply by sitting down. Those were rough times. They really were. Dark days indeed. Everybody had at least a few points in blacksmithing because you were always polishing your tarnished weapons to make them just 1 point better. I'm raising my meditate skill. EverQuest. You advanced by sitting still. And would elves be monks? Because they look like they'd make pretty badass monks. Oh, excuse me. I want to get to level 5. Level 5 I can use the weapon and shield I got earlier. Opens up a bunch of quests. Now, one more level. I'm just kind of grinding it out now. Yes. I do it in Nectalos. Swim around the moat. Or you just go somewhere and then put something down on your down and left key, like a book. The corner of a book, put it down over those keys and just swim around in a circle. And then just walk away and go watch a movie or something like that. This is one tough bear. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of quests in EverQuest. You just had to figure out where the hell they were. They did not hold your hand. Everything's so much bigger than me. And 99% of the quests that were that you did manage to find generally weren't worth doing in the first place. Oh yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. I think that it was South Carana. That skeleton camp, just as you come into South Carana, off to the right there. I mean, how many games out there have respawn timers on their mobs that are like 3 days? You just don't see that in World of Warcraft, for example. Oh, he'll be back on Thursday. We just camped him. And you'd sit there and wait. Oh, excuse me. Surprising how many people are willing to take part in these ridiculously long spawn times and whatnot just to get a drop in a game. Or just to get the chance for a drop, not even a guaranteed drop, just a chance. Ah, freaking guard stole my kill. Oh, you dirty bastard. This is why nobody likes you. Look at you. That's why you're standing here freaking guarding the newbie zone. Because of that crappy attitude of yours. Might as well kill skeletons. That laugh cracks me up. Yeah, that's why I keep coming back. It's nice when you do break the habit though, and then you come back later and you can just come in and enjoy it for a little while, not feel pressured into doing anything, then just leave whenever you're bored. And because you know you'll be back, just leave it installed. You'll be back. It's easier to update than it is to install, so doesn't take up that much space on your hard drive. Whenever I reinstall my operating system, that's one of the things I always do. I just reinstall EverQuest right off the bat, just so it's there in case I need it. It's easy now, you just do it through Steam. Go to Steam, click on that play button, and ooh, oh, plate. I can't wear plate. You mean the character or the server? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I have no. I barely know what the story is in this game. Never really took the time to figure it out. About as deep as I got into the lore of EverQuest was all the little blurbs in the original installation manual. You know, where they talked about the different gods, and that's about as far as I ever got into it. Although I do hear some, I do recall like some kind of labor dispute involving her and the Wood Elves. I don't know. Apparently they didn't. She didn't like the way they were picking berries or something, and led to this whole stink. I don't want to get into it though. People are still sensitive about it. I think I just picked up damaged straight claws. Right. And I can't wear that. Alright. Come on, I just need one more level. Get back here when I'm trying to bludgeon you. Ooh, gloves. Not very good, but better than nothing. Almost there, almost there. Actually, I'll probably level when I turn these quests in, but better safe than sorry. Oh, good lord. Hit the damn thing. It's right in front of you. How hard could it be? Yep, we should be good now. Yeah, yeah, they're well, they're popular. Um, yeah, only makes sense. Incredibly in demand. They're populated. Um, uh, the Agnarr server, the one that they just released not too long ago, is on a preferred. Um, is a preferred server rather, so that means you have to pay to play. And yeah, yeah. Daybreak has made some really good decisions regarding EverQuest, I think. Ooh, I got my origins. Now I can hearth back to this town. Or recall back to this town. No, well, alright. Um, there are private progression servers and then official progression servers. Daybreak has a couple of progression servers available on their official list, but some of the private servers are also progression servers. But then other private servers like P99 is just like the classic version of the game, whereas like the Hidden Forest is EverQuest, but heavily modified, heavily customized. Um, Nostralius is more like P99 would be, um, just the base game. Um, yeah, I don't know if that helps at all. Like most of the WoW private servers, they limit themselves to a certain expansion, like Wrath of the Lich King. So you get all the content up to Wrath of the Lich King, which is usually the most popular. Um, some of the crazy Russian servers are actually trying to put out Legion content, but it's a nightmare. Very poorly coded, very buggy. Um, but then some of the other WoW servers are incredibly customized too. You know, they got you can play all kinds of crazy races, a few unique classes, up level 275. They're mostly geared for PvP play though. Um, yeah, I don't know if I answered your question or not. So, but there's both. There's both private and Daybreak progression servers. We are loaded. So we go to here, shift over to our second bar, make a hotkey for that, and we can now go home, which is here. Why does this guy keep bowing to this dog? This is odd behavior. They've been here for, well, I've been on for 2 hours, and they've been doing it for at least that long. And this just keeps happening. I don't get it. Is he like practicing his bind wound skill or something? I'll bet you he is, because he's wounded. Okay, we got level 5. Let's pick up some more quests. Let's go upstairs, see what's up there. The installation process for the private servers is a bit more convoluted. You need the most of them require like Underfoot or the Platinum Edition release of EverQuest to install onto your computer, and that's assuming you can find it. I mean, there are other ways to get it, but they're not necessarily permissible, so you don't talk about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's changed a lot. It has. Now a lot of the old stuff is still there. You go back to the old zones, they still look exactly the same. I mean, the character models were upgraded, of course, but you know, Nariak still looks like Nariak. Although I think they did change that a bit. I haven't been in that city in a long time. Rivervale is exactly the same. Kinos is exactly the same. Freeport's completely different, but a lot of it's still as is. All the same NPCs. I can't see behind all the text for the chat or for the quests is behind my coffee cup, and I can't see over my coffee cup. So I keep doing this, in case you're wondering. Oh shoot, we have to, don't remind me to hail Dakin when we get back downstairs. I forgot to turn in the third quest. Go away. Go away. Yeah, he's not till level 10. The guy on third floor is not till level 10. Who else? Who else? Jinkin. Okay, Jinkin. That's the guy who sent us after the bears and the gnolls. And... Hey, Michael, how you doing? Oh yeah, I played on most of the emulators. They prefer emulators for legal reasons. Although it's not really an issue because Daybreak doesn't have a problem with them. Yeah, I played on most of them, at least briefly. I couldn't do P99. I couldn't do it anymore. That's one heck of a grind. Okay, that takes care of that and that. Is that all the 5? Yep, just those 2. Okay. Yeah, that's what EverQuest is. EverQuest is just a stroll down memory lane. I mean, let's face it, it's an old game. But it holds a lot of fond memories for a lot of people. It was the first game to break 1,000,000, so... It had quite a few people playing it. And 1,000,000 was a lot back in those days. There's not a lot of people, not as many people had computers. Alright, we're going to kill some mushroom people. What are these three? Thrills? Oh, it's the bats and whatnot upstairs too. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I want to do that one first. From the States, Pennsylvania. Oh, come on, die. Why are you taking so long? Ooh, I didn't know there was two different quests involved there. Yeah, I think the problem with EverQuest 2 was a lot of the people in EverQuest felt like they were being thrown under the bus because they were still enjoying EverQuest. They didn't see the need for EverQuest 2. But from a marketing standpoint, Sony felt the need to release an updated version. They tried with the Legends of Norath or whatever it was, tie into the console market and whatnot. It's Sony. They were out of their league. Not, I don't mean out of their league. I just mean out of their area of expertise. Um, so I think the best thing they could have done was turn it over to somebody else. And Daybreak seems to have gotten it back on track. EverQuest 2 was a good game, but I think what hurt it the most was having that EverQuest label attached to it. If they would have called it something else, I think it would have been a much more successful game. Now, those people who don't mind, like yourself, who don't mind the fact that they both exist, can see the novelty in tying the storylines together and whatnot. But yeah, EverQuest players, especially the ones that are continuing to play, take their game seriously and don't want anybody mucking around with it. I tried it briefly. I didn't do a lot of play into EverQuest 2, just enough to check it out. And I probably would have enjoyed it more if it had been called something other than EverQuest 2. It could have been the exact same game, just with a different title, but you go into it with a preconceived notion. Well, I've played EverQuest, so this is what I'm going to expect when I get into EverQuest 2, and it's not like that. Yes, Freeport is still there, but it's not the Freeport you know. Um, MMOs don't lend themselves to sequels because of their continuous nature. Um, there's no end. You know, there's no conclusion. It just keeps going and going and going. So you can't do a sequel to a game that's still going. It doesn't make sense. Nope, nope, never tried it. Not a big console player. I have a PS2 down in the basement actually, um, but no, I never played it. I have a bunch of consoles. I just don't like playing them. I'd much rather play on a computer. We're going to go up on the third floor and do the bats and rats, just to get it out of the way. I started playing EverQuest right after Agnarr came out. So I wasn't there for the original. EverQuest and Asheron's Call came out within a couple months of each other. I decided to go to Asheron's Call instead of EverQuest because half my friends were on Asheron's Call, the other half were on EverQuest. Personally, I prefer Asheron's Call. If I had to choose between the two games, that would be my choice. If I only had the opportunity to play one or the other, I would rather play Asheron's Call. But that's just because that's the first game I started at. Everybody would rather play their first game, the game that took their virginity. But then later on down the road, after Agnarr came out, um, I decided to check it out. Nope, never played Legends of Norath. Never played. Well, like I was just saying, I never really was a big console player in the first place. I think the only game that really grabbed me on console was the Halo series and Mass Effect. But beyond that, it's just I've always been a PC kind of guy. Not that I have a problem with consoles, I just prefer PC. Don't want to get involved in some consoles versus PC war here. What the heck am I doing? I'm just kind of wandering around up here, poking at people. We're going to the third floor. We're going to the third floor. Gotta kill filthy vermin. Oh, that's a big bat. Oh, I can't wait to get the first pet spell. Then things will start picking up. Until you get to level 8 though, you're just a really crappy warrior. Ooh, he's red. I didn't realize he was red. This might hurt a little. No, I don't. No. I don't think I was playing at the time. It's been so many games over the years that I've wanted to try them all. So I bounce around a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to survive that. My crappy little level 1 heal spell. Yeah, no, I love consoles. I love the fact that they exist. I've had a lot of fun, like especially with first-person shooters and whatnot. I really enjoy the console thing. Um, it's just not. I like that they exist. It's just I'd rather play on a computer. I like sitting here. I like being confined to. It forces me to focus on what I'm doing. Sitting in the living room on the couch with a console, I get distracted too easy. Too much distance between me and the game. And I like the interface better, the keyboard mouse interface better. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot more options for mixing up the interface. And then if you get the gaming mouse with the all the buttons on the side, the gaming pad with all the 3 tiers of keybinds, yeah, it gets pretty crazy. But again, that's one of the advantages a console has, is that the interface is much more streamlined. You don't even have to look at the interface on console once you get used to holding the controller in your hand. Whereas, unless you're a touch typer, you're frequently having to look down to make sure you're pushing the right key. So, bit of a trade-off. And with the console, you're limited to the console. You're limited to what the console is able to do. With the PC, you can always upgrade. Need more memory? Throw a few more sticks in. You need a bigger processor? Throw one in. It is free to play with limitations. Like on a free account, you only get 2 character slots, and I think there's limits to which classes you can play. Now, if you have an old account and you reactivate an old account, assuming they still have it in their databases, you'll be grandfathered in. And you'll have silver account access as opposed to green. You can't use prestige items. A few other little minor things. I think you get fewer bag slots or something like that. You get fewer something. I don't remember. But yeah, you can play for free. You can start up for free. I think you get access to all the content, except for like maybe the most recent expansion or something like that. It's still the same. It's $15 a month. Well, $14.99 a month. But if you get like 3 months in a row, you get a discount. If you buy a year in a row, you get a discount. And they have these things called chronos now. Chrono is something you can go into their cash shop, their marketplace. You can buy a chrono for like 15. I don't know how much it costs in real world money, but then you can trade that to another player. Like if God, I can't talk. Another player has a lot of platinum pieces, but they don't have pocket cash to pay for an account. Well, you can sell them for like 24,000 plat. I think is what the normal going rate is. So it's another way to pay for your subscription, just by grinding plat. Spend a few days out of every month grinding plat, and then buy one off somebody. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they made a lot of good decisions. Daybreak. A lot of options. They've given you a lot of options to gameplay. There's a cash shop, but it's not pay to play or pay to win. Yeah, just a lot of good things. They've done a lot of good things. It's still grindy, but it's not as grindy as it used to be. It's like, God, back when I started playing, there's no way I would get to level 5 in one day. That would be like 8 hours work of just continuous gameplay, continuous grinding. That's alright. That's alright. WoW's a good game. I love WoW. It's a great game. I've had a lot of fun with it. Yeah. Well, there's actually in the next you got Crescent Reach that I'm in now, and then next to that is Blightfire Moors, and then above that is Gorkar Mesa. And there's these spiders up there. They drop mandibles, and then they drop carapaces, I believe. And they stack, so that you can carry a stack of 20 of them, and you just keep farming them all day, and you'll just get thousands of plat a day doing that. No, no, it's changed a bit. Alright, did I finish that quest? I think I finished that. Thrills and Quills. Yep. Level am I now? 6. I gotta go buy new spells. We even hear these rat pancreases that I've been looting. They're like 2 plat each when you sell them to the vendor. So they've definitely scaled up the income earnings, but you know that's reflected in the cost of selling things too. So. What is it? 130. Good. Wait, I don't want that. That's an extra. Alright, I'm going to turn this one in. I think I'm going to be wrapping this up here in a little bit. It's 1:30 now, and got to get up early with the kid. So, thanks for the sub, Michael. Yeah, they've really dumbed it down. With Cataclysm, getting rid of the ammo requirements for hunters, the talent trees. Um, they've really, really streamlined, dumbed down a lot of it. Um, Wait, what the hell? Oh, I'm picking up somebody else's conversation. Good night, Michael. All right, Tank. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna be heading out soon. I'm just gonna turn this these 2 quests in, and then call it a night. Been a long day. I'm ready for bed. Oh, thanks for the sub. Who do I turn him into? Jinkin. Where's Jinkin? There he is, hiding in the corner. What do we got? Crescent bat hides. And what was the other one? What was the other one? Crescent vermin hides. And we got our first piece of armor. And what was the other one? What was the other one? Thanks, John. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm on every day around noon Eastern, and around 11 o'clock at night. So look forward to seeing you again. Let me go back down to the ground floor, hail initiate Dakin, and we're done. Oh God. Oh. I'll see you next time. Later. Alright, and that's that. And again, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow around noon. And like, subscribe, you know the drill. And see you next time. Later.